My name is Andrea Palmer, and I work with New Teacher Induction, and we provide support for new hires just like you. And today is the day that I've been waiting for, because today I get to start supporting you as we work together to educate over 50,000 students in our district. So, one of the best ways that I can start supporting you today is to give you an overview of what will be happening in the next 2 days. Now, you should have a program when you came in this morning. If you want to pull that out, that would be great. You'll want to pay close attention to page 4 and 5. On page 4 and 5, it will outline everywhere you need to be today, including times and room numbers. Just so you know, after our opening session this morning, we will move out to the lesson design piece. And then after that, we are going to come back in here and learn about United Teachers of Wichita. They are providing all of us lunch today, UTW is, so that's another exciting point I want to express. And then after that, we will be breaking out into small group sessions where we will learn about your specific content area and curriculum, and then also Champs and Achieve. Also, on the back of your program, please look down at the bottom. We have our district technology quick start card link. This will be valuable to you when you go back into your building and you want to log on to some of our district applications, so don't lose this link down here. We also have a partnership this year with Young Professionals of Wichita. And this is an exciting partnership because they will have events throughout the year just for educators. Now, I have the honor of introducing someone in this room who is probably more WPS proud than any of us. And I'm pretty competitive, and I think she has me beat. Our district is so proud to call her our leader and superintendent. Please help me welcome Dr. Alicia Thompson.
25 years ago, I was in your shoes. I was a brand new kindergarten teacher. I had graduated from Langston University, and I came here following in the footsteps of my mom and my aunt, who were both teachers here in this district. And as she stated before, I think I am the winner. I started my journey in the Wichita Public Schools as a kindergarten student. I was here as a kindergarten student and graduated from the Heights High School. Any teachers going to Heights? Yes, Hollywood Heights, yes. I graduated from Heights High School. So I'm looking forward to being able to serve in this role. So it's you guys are kind of going to be special to me because this is my first year as a superintendent, and this is your first year in your new role here in the Wichita Public Schools. So I have over 400 people with me that are going to start on this journey in the Wichita Public Schools as being their first year in a new position. So y'all hang with me. Y'all hanging with me? All right, okay, you're hanging with me, all right. So I'm excited that you guys are here to join us and be part of the Wichita Public Schools family. There's quite a few people here in here with me, but I'm going to introduce them here in a little bit. But what I wanted to do is talk to you just a little bit about some of the priorities that we're going to be working on. I'm not going to overwhelm you because you're going to get enough of that as the day moves on. And as the weeks move on. But you're going to hear a lot of people over the next few weeks and for the rest of the school year. We're going to be talking about 3 priorities. And one of them is going to be around academic rigor. And I'm not going to really talk too much about it, but we're really going to focus on some early childhood pieces. We're going to work on some individualized plans and some other things around academic rigor. The next thing that we're going to work on in this school year is the social, emotional, and character development skills. And so we'll spend some time working on how to develop not just kids academically, but kids also with their social, emotional, and character development, because we know both of those are important. And then the last thing that we're going to work on this year is strategic partnerships. And we'll spend a lot of time really we have lots and lots of partners, but we really want to be a little bit more strategic about how we utilize them and how they get behind the goals and the mission and the vision that we have to be able to push our goals forward. And so we're going to spend some time there. And one of the things I want to do is let you know how important and how essential you all are as it relates to being able to accomplish those goals. And so we are really, really glad that you're here to join the Wichita Public Schools family. All right, as you can see through all of our shirts and our cheerleaders and our bands, we are a group of people who like to celebrate who we are and what we represent in the city of Wichita. So with that being said, as you notice, as part of that, we have some partnerships here that have helped us to be able to taunt ourselves, to make ourselves really excited and proud about who we are. So, how many of you noticed these wonderful shirts that you see here? I'm gonna step out so I'm gonna model it for you so you can kind of see it, all right? Woo! All right. We want to thank our friends from the Credit Union of America for providing us with these t-shirts. And guess what? The Credit Union of America is so wonderful that they said, we want to provide every brand new teacher a t-shirt so that you can have one too. Are you excited about that? Yes. Yes. You're gonna get the t-shirt. There's one thing we're gonna ask that you do. And we want you to put that t-shirt on. We want you to stand in your classroom or your office or your nurse's station, whatever job you have, and we want you to take a picture of you in that shirt, in your classroom, all decorated out, and what we want you to do is we want you to tweet it, Facebook it, and we want you to label it. Hashtag WPSProud. Can you do that for me? Okay, so I'm gonna be looking for it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start us out today. I'm gonna be the first one to do it, and we're gonna tweet, okay? So can I have a friend come help me? Because what I wanna do is I wanna do a selfie or a picture with you all in the back of me so that we can tweet that out. Can we do that? All right, okay, y'all ready? Okay, here I come. Okay, y'all make your face with it. I'm gonna do like hey, come on behind me, go, let's go. You see, I have lots of twins. You see all my twins I have with me with my WTPS shirt? I'm going to introduce those folks to you. All right, so as I say your name, I want you to be able to stand up very quickly so we don't take a lot of time. We're going to start out with Mr. Gil Alvarez. He is the Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Schools. So if you're in middle school or high school, you'll see a lot of this man. And then you'll see his sidekick, Mr. Robert Garner. Robert Garner is the Executive Director of Secondary Schools. All you elementary folks, we have Michelle Ingenthrom, Assistant Superintendent of Elementary, and her sidekick, Mr. Chris Wentz. We have our Executive Director of Curriculum Instruction, Ms. Christy O'Toole, and she's not on that stage, but she's somewhere around here. Christy O'Toole. Oh. Where is Dr. Neil Guthrie? Dr. Neil Guthrie is Assistant Superintendent of Student Supports. And on the stage, we have Ms. Shannon Crystal, who is our Chief Human Resource Officer. In addition to the other members of my leadership team that are down here on this first row, if you guys would stand as I say your name, and I'm gonna go very quickly. Kathy Sweeney is our Chief Information Officer. She's our technology woman. We have Mr. Darren Busey, Division Director of Operations. He works with transportation, nutrition services, and many other things. Mr. Kenny Hinkle. Kenny Hinkle is Division Director of Facilities. He keeps our facilities on point. We have Susan Willis, who is our Chief Financial Officer. Susan Willis is our money girl. Mr. Terrell Davis. Mr. Terrell Davis is the Executive Director of Public Affairs and Special Projects. And our attorney, the attorney, Mr. Tom Powell. Next to Mr. Terrell Davis, we have Terry Moses, Executive Director of Safety Services. She keeps us safe, y'all. All right, we have next to her, on the next row, we have Shannon Benoit. She is our Executive Director of Early Childhood. We have next to her, Mr. Jim Means. He is the Executive Director for our Technical Education. And Mr. Doug Anderson, I call him Dougie Fresh. Dougie Fresh is Executive Director of Student Supports. And next to him, we have Ken Jantz. Ken Jantz is Executive Director of Title I. And last but not least, we have Miss Wendy Johnson. Miss Wendy Johnson is our Division Director of Strategic Communications. We are here to serve. Our mission in the district central office is to serve you. So we are available to you in anything that you need and any desires that you have. We're ready to really listen and be able to help and respond. Okay, I'm almost done. I have two more people to introduce. We actually have here with us today Steve Wentz. Mr. Steve, if you'd stand, please. Mr. Wentz is the wonderful, proud president of United Teachers of Wichita. And this organization represents Wichita teachers. And so you're going to hear from Mr. Wentz in just a little bit. But one of the things I want to do is to encourage you to become members of United Teachers of Wichita. They are a group that will support you in the needs that you have as a teacher. At this time, I would also like to, and finally, I'm going to introduce a wonderful woman, and she's going to introduce another wonderful woman that we have here, which is members of the Board of Education. I'm going to introduce to you the Vice President of the Wichita Board of Education, Miss Betty Arnold. I'm going to introduce her, but I want to tell you just a little bit about the role that the board plays. We have, if you didn't know, we have 7 elected board members that represent the board. And this is a position which we really value and appreciate. You know, a lot of other elected officials are paid, but the Board of Education, those members that sit on that board, they volunteer their time, and they put in just as much time as any other elected officials, and they do not get paid. So we really value and cherish what they do for us. And so with that being said, I am going to introduce to you Miss Betty Arnold, who will then in return introduce to you some of the other board members that we have. So let's give Miss Betty Arnold a round of applause as she brings forward.
I'm here to extend a welcome to you by default. Our president, Mike Rohde. Steve, you're on my mind. Okay. Our president, Mike Rohde, could not be here, and he gave me a call and said, would you stand in for me? And I was delighted to do so. I'm happy to take a moment to introduce another board member who is in attendance, Ms. Barb Fuller, representing District 3. Barb, would you stand? Do you feel WPS welcome? I hope you do. And I want to take just a few minutes to talk about our perspective from the board. We value what you do. We value the contribution that you make. There probably will be days that you might wonder, what was I thinking? But there are going to be more days that you will be filled with self-satisfaction, knowing that you help to shape the lives of our students, 51,000 plus students. You will make a difference in their lives. Many of those students don't have dreams, but you'll be able to provide those dreams. Many of those students don't have hope, and you'll provide that hope. I still remember the impression, and we all have teacher moments. I'm sure you could share a teacher moment. But I remember my 3rd grade teacher. That's saying something at my age. And the impression that she made on me and on my life. And so I give honor to those individuals who have made the decision to step into the field of education and devote your time and devote your talent and give to those students. Right now, we have a large percentage of students that are free and reduced. I think that figure is 88%. Is that correct, Dr. Guthrie? Okay. 88%. Many of those students don't know where they're going to fit in life or even in this world. And when I look around at you and I think about the great difference that you are going to make to those students, and I feel WPS proud. I am so very proud that you made the decision not only to go into a profession of education, but that you've decided to join the WPS family. And please know, as you go about your day-to-day task, the board supports you. The board believes in you. And the board wants you all to be successful. Now, I had to be just a little bit sobering. I don't have the high energy that our superintendent does. I was thinking if I could run across that stage and back, I'm not going to try that. But I am going to say to you all, welcome to WPS family. We are so happy that you joined us. Thank you.
My name is Steve Wentz, and I am a product of USD 259, as are my parents, my grandparents, my kids, and I couldn't be prouder of that fact. I would like to acknowledge Ms. Arnold, Vice President, Dr. Thompson, for their introductions and their words. Dr. Thompson is a former United Teachers of Wichita member, former teacher here. Brooks? Yes. Buckner, Brooks Heights, right here. Where are my Heights people? All right, now we're talking. All right. I'm a little more seasoned than Dr. Thompson, but we're all Falcons. I just want to say briefly, and I know when I say that, people go, yeah, right. Our relationship here is with the board and between the union is extremely important, and I mean it when I tell you that we are starting to do things that haven't been done in years and years and years. The partnership that we're talking about, the superintendent and I have been talking back and forth. I was on a rant the other night on a text her, and she accused me of preaching, and I wanted to tell her, you don't give me a microphone because it could really get ugly. But we will work together. You know, sometimes it's viewed, well, the union has their agenda, the district has their agenda. The agenda is to educate kids and be the best district in the state and in the nation, all right? That's our agenda. We're going to work together on that. And I couldn't be more excited than I have been. I started in the district 27 years ago, taught at Southeast for 25 years, and I got to tell you, I'm really excited. Sometimes I've had to feign that excitement recently. I'm not faking it at all now. We got a chance to do something. You're on the verge of being part of a group of people that can change things, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that later today. So I would like to segue now to Ms. P.J. Tolbert. Ms. Tolbert is our Distinguished Classroom Teacher of the Year, and I will turn it over to her.
My name is P.J. Tolbert. I teach 7th grade English at Truesdale Middle School, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here talking to you all today. I was in your seats last year. I was sitting over here. And how many of you are nervous? Come on, you can be honest, I'm nervous too. All right, I was sitting over there, I was a ball of nerves, but I was excited, and today I walked into this auditorium and it felt like everything was so big. We're one of the largest districts in the country. You're surrounded, pardon me, I'm gonna lose my voice, by all these people, and you're gonna get a ton of information. But I'm standing up here to tell you, you're gonna make it. And that first year is going to be absolutely amazing. And I'll tell you how you can do it, how you can make your first year your best first year ever. Whether you're a new teacher like I was who just graduated, never taught in a classroom, or whether you've come to us from another state or another district and we were lucky enough to get you, you can make this the best first year possible. Doesn't matter what career you've had before. Let me grab my notes before I totally get off track. The secret, and you've heard it today, is support. You have the backing of every single person on stage here. Look to the side of you, both sides. You have the backing of every person around you. Everyone seated here is going on the same journey you are. The support was so key for me last year in being a really successful teacher and having a really great year. You'll have a chance to meet a lot of people today. You'll get a lot of information. Little tip. If they give you a sheet of acronyms for the school district, keep it. You will need them. It's like a whole nother language. I still have that one to this day. You will use that a lot. But I cannot tell you how much you will learn today and how much you will learn as you go forward into your buildings tomorrow and begin to meet the administrators who are going to work with you and be in your classrooms, the peers who are going to be teaching the same subjects as you, who are going to be teaching the same grade level as you. They all want to see you succeed. And the really big key there is that you let them do that. Open those conversations with them. Get those relationships going from day one. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask a lot of questions. You're going to have the opportunity throughout the course of this year to interact with a mentor or a field supervisor who's going to be a seasoned professional to help you out. They're there to help you with your lesson planning, your classroom management, all those key things, but they're also there to help you get through those first year kind of jitters that you may have. Rely on those folks when you need them. Find those people in your building that are new teachers who are positive, and also those people who've been around for a while, who know your students and who know your community, and who can give you those tips and tricks to really help you click as you get used to being in your position in your buildings. New shoes, get new shoes, get comfortable shoes. I know it sounds silly, okay? I know, but I was thinking about it this morning as I was, getting away from summer clothes and realized, man, those shoes are really key. Invest in some really nice shoes. Guys, too. Please, save your feet. You're gonna need them. The one thing I really want you to remember is this is gonna be a year of tremendous amount of growth for all of you, and a tremendous amount of reflection, and a tremendous amount of fun and joy, and even on those days when you hit a rough spot, and it'll happen, find the joy in that day. Remember that student who said hi to you in the hallway, or who told you something about their day they were really excited about, or who gave you a high five, or maybe you had someone on your team who brought you a cup of coffee, or gave you a fist bump in the hallway. Those are the things that are really going to make a difference. So make sure you take time out to find that joy every day when you teach. And I'm telling you right now, that made the world of difference for me. And that's why I'm standing up here today and looking at all of you. I'm a little bit jealous, actually, because there's nothing like that first year. You guys are going to have a wonderful time. Take the time to enjoy it, every moment. And one thing I want to leave you with, the biggest consideration is this. We teachers and educators cannot do this job alone any more than our students can learn alone. You have a wealth of support ushering you into this year, all over, everywhere in the district. Reach out, lean on, go to those who can help you be your most successful, to be your best. You'd tell your students to do the very same thing. Take your own advice. There's really nothing like the year you're going to experience starting today. Absolutely nothing like it. Your students are so eager to meet you. Guarantee you they'll be nervous on the first day, just like you will be. Your building is looking forward to having you be part of their team. And Wichita Public Schools, we are so incredibly lucky to have all of you here. I look around and I see over 400 new educators joining our school, and all I can think is how lucky for all of our students. All this energy, all this enthusiasm is getting poured into those kids. You're going to help them be extremely successful. So what I want you to do is I want you all to feel WS proud, as we all are. We are so proud you're here. We are so lucky to have you. And I hope you have an amazing first year. Thank you so much.